Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we left Heaven's Night, explored a bit of the town, found a park, learned a bit of a fairy tale, and we heard a scream, so let's enter the movie theater and see what that was.
You okay?
Yeah. Maybe you better wait here.
Okay. Not much of a movie fan anyway. And James,
Yeah.
be careful in there.
Yeah.
Alright. Now,
This is boring.
You didn't seem bored a minute ago. Screamed your head off, didn't you? You should have seen your face.
I told you, it was this big rat. It jumped right at me from under the seat. You would have screamed too if you saw it. Gutless fatso.
Hey, what do you have to say that for?
Anyway, why are you sitting here? I thought you said the cops were after you.
Nah, I don't think they follow me here. Besides, I blocked the door, so no one could get in. Not the cops, and not these other monsters.
You're weird.
Yeah, that's what everyone always says.
Well, I guess people call me weird too. And they yell at me. Especially when I do something bad. Did you do something bad? You know, so the cops are angry with you?
I don't know. Maybe.
So why don't you just say you're sorry? It always works for me.
They wouldn't listen. Nobody ever listens.
so that is their entire dialogue. So Eddie's down there with the little girl. We should try and get to them. Interesting that Eddie says he's hiding from cops. It doesn't sleep. You shouldn't close your eyes. But yeah, as I was gonna say, because I forgot that dialogue happens pretty much immediately, is that I know for a fact that this movie theater is a completely new area. This did not exist in the original game.
Did you hear that too?
And it looks like the girl ran. For a second there, I thought that door was written in scratches saying help. Non-existence. Looks to be like a ghost movie. I was here. This, the void screams back. This, I believe, is a reference to the original Silent Hill, because this looks like the area you would have gone through in the original. Artificial sky. Looks like a movie about two lovers. Ooh, what they got? Associated candy. Associate candy for your sweet tooth. Aw, that's nice. Quench your thirst. Wow, that is stupid cheap. 87 cents for a can of what looks like orange juice or something. That is insanely cheap. Even for like, is this U.S. or is this U.S. or is this in England? I forget where Silent Hill is supposed to take place. I want to say U.S. Shave off your munchies with buttered popcorn. Nice, but still, that is insanely cheap. Especially for a drink at a movie theater. Owl Creek. Return to Owl Creekage. It's back for a happier ending. I believe this is a reference to a real movie. Alright, we got some bullets in the boys' bathroom. Apparently James is a vampire because he's not showing up on the reflections of these mirrors. This toilet has been smashed to shit. Got doors here that's locked. Actually not a bad looking movie theater. Ooh. $4.90 $4.90. It's $4.59 for what looks like a combo of fries, hot dog and soda. That's actually a pretty good price for a combo. Anything in the girls' bathroom? Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Ooh, but there's bullets. Okay, I thought these doors were locked for some reason. Seems to be everything. And yep, we can only go through one set of doors, so let's go into the movie theater. Which is honestly a really bad movie theater if it only has one theater. I know this is like a small town, but most small theaters that I know of would at least have two. Like the small cheapest theater like next to me, it has I think at least 10 theaters in small sizes, and I usually save the bigger theater for when I want to go and see like some important movies like event theaters. All right, let's go speak with Eddie.
Eddie?
Oh. You're,
James. We met back at the apartment building.
Yeah. I remember.
I see that you didn't make it out yet.
Yeah. I just didn't get around to it yet.
At least you got your appetite back. Are you alone here, Eddie?
No.
Hell.
That's probably just Laura messing around.
The little girl? Laura, is that her name?
That's what she said.
I'm gonna go look for her. You coming?
Now you want me to come with you?
Never mind.
And that's our conversation with Eddie. I think you could go up to him and speak to him, but yeah, the way he reacts when he says, "Now you want me to come with you," is somewhat justified because he did offer for James, for the two of them to work together to try and leave Silent Hill, and James declined. Though this is because their interests didn't align, because James is looking for his wife. But yeah, but now when James wants help finding the girl, Laura, yeah, he says like, "Oh, now you want help." Now, an interesting thing, and I want to see if I can trigger it. I believe if you stare at this screen for a long enough time, I think something happens. I forget if you have to have your light on or light off for it to happen, but I know if you stare at the screen long enough, I think something does happen. So I'll stand here for about a minute or two and see if it happens. I might cut. Alright, I've stand here for a bit and nothing seems to be happening. I know that there's... because I remember seeing it. If you stare at the screen long enough, I think like something's supposed to briefly flash up.
Who is that girl, anyway?
I don't know. All I know is her name. I swear. Didn't you want to go after her? Better hurry. Laura can be pretty quick when she wants to.
Right, so these set of doors are locked. Let's come through here. Oh, maybe it's this theater. I know it's one of these theaters. Yeah, because this one turns on.
Laura?
So if you look up there, you would briefly saw her, but if you stare at the screen for a bit... So this was the one I was thinking of. I was actually wrong. There are actually two theaters. I thought it had one for some reason. Yeah. So there you have very briefly saw something. For anybody who's played this game and knows the story of it, you will know what exactly flashed on that screen is flashing on the screen for that brief moment. So yeah, I was right about it since I was in the wrong theater. Yep, this door's locked. And no wonder, because it's blocked by this. And we're going into a very creepy part. It almost looks like a rundown section of the theater. To be perfectly honest. Laura seems not be in here anymore. Got massive film reels. Jesus Christ, were film reels really that big back in the day? I know projectors was like around this big, but were the actual reels themselves like that massive? Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because that's around the size I would imagine they would be. Not these gigantic things that look like you could put them on your cars. Use as tires.
Hey!
There she was. And she made a run for it. And I forget, if you look down here... Yeah, Eddie is still there. Watching absolutely nothing. So there's nothing in this room as far as I can tell. Nothing over here. Nothing on the stairs.
Laura, stop! It's dangerous!
Here she goes.
Maria? Did you see a little girl?
Yeah, I tried to stop her, but she went that way. We can still catch her.
Alright, and with that, we will end the episode here. So in the next episode, we will go after that little girl. If you enjoyed this episode, do you like the videos? It helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so that way more people can discover my content, help the channel grow. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.